Hello everybody and welcome to the Lazy Craig Show. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Manchester United's pre-season friendly against Liverpool and why you shouldn't be going crazy. First things first, I wasn't originally going to do a video today because I would like to keep the weekends free and I will only really do a video if something major happens. And two, I'm in such a tremendous amount of pain right now because yesterday I was at the allotment and playing in the pool with my son all day, and foolishly I didn't put on any sun cream and it was 40 degrees and now I'm in a huge amount of pain. My shoulders and my back and my arms are absolutely killing me because they're red and burned. And maybe I can show you. See? Maybe you won't be able to see. See? You can see a bit of red there. So I'm in a huge amount of pain. I basically need to wear nothing on my top all day. So wearing this t-shirt right now is agony. As Mr. Meeseek says, life is pain. But yeah, I'm going to talk about the Man U pre-season match against Liverpool and why it doesn't really matter. Because a lot of the fan base are going crazy right now. Like, I wouldn't have made it on its own because the United losing 4-1 to Liverpool. But the fan base are going so crazy that I have to make this. Now, when it comes to the fan bases, one of the things that Liverpool fan bases are talking about are Jose's comments before the match where he said it was Liverpool first 11, first team against Man U kids. And a lot of Liverpool supporters were talking, and a lot of other places as well, are talking about the age difference. Well, the average age rather than the age difference. Where the Liverpool squad average age is 25.5 and the United's one is 25.6. Now, to clear that up a little bit, that is skewed heavily due to the fact that Liverpool played Grabara and Camacho, who are both very young players, and we played Lee Grant in goal, who is 35, and Mata, who's 30. So it got skewed heavily because of that. What Jose actually meant, rather than the age, saying it was kids, that was just a wind up for Liverpool. What he actually meant was in terms of experience, first team experience, saying that obviously the Liverpool team has a lot more first team experience than the United one, even though some of our players are older. Like when you look at the squads, 6 to 8 of those Liverpool players are first team players. Maybe it's about 6 or 7, more than 8 to be honest. They're first team regulars for Liverpool. Whereas with the United squad, when Jose made the comments, I'm not including Bailly because obviously he made the comments when Smalling was actually in the team. So when you look at it, Smalling, yeah, sort of mostly first team. Sanchez, first team. Mata, Herrera, they're subs. They're not first team that often, to be honest. So our first team players, it really wasn't a first team for Man United. It was definitely a B team at the end of the day because, as you know, most of our players are on a rest right now because of the World Cup. And Jose's given them extended leave. And now, obviously, the news has come out that Matic just had surgery. So Matic won't be playing for a while. So what I did is I actually looked at the first team minutes played by each of the teams to draw up a comparison. Now, with the Man United squad, 7 of the players have actually had first team experience. Tuanzebe had 1 minute of first team experience last season in the United squad. Okay? One of the players had 444 minutes. I forgot which one now. And McTominay had 630. So we have 3 players under 1,000 minutes and about 3 players who are just over 1,000. Sanchez is obviously just over 1,000 because he joined mid-season. And for the sake of it, for the sake of obviously the calculations, I didn't include... I did 2 calculations. One where I count Sanchez's Arsenal minutes due to the fact he is a first team player, and I also included Van Dijk's first team minutes for Southampton because he is a first team player. But I also did the calculations without those minutes, with just their minutes for the club themselves. And I didn't include Fabinho's first team minutes for Monaco, even though he will be a first team player for Liverpool, because then I'd have to include first team minutes for all the other players who played as well. And to be honest, it shouldn't really count if it's not for your team. You know, Fabinho might not be a first team player. He might be a sub, but he might not be good enough, you know. So I've got the list here, and I'm going to look down a little bit because I can't memorise all these numbers. My memory's rubbish, as you know. So, in the team, the United team, 7 of the players had actually had first team action. 3 of them under 1,000, as I said. The total was 7,854 minutes between the entire squad. Now, if we take out Smallins and include and put it with Bailly instead, although Jose made the comment with Smalling in the team, it becomes 6,318 minutes, which isn't a lot. Now, if I include Sanchez's minutes for Arsenal, then it's 9,362 with Smalling in the team and 7,826 with Bailly in the team. Now, 4 of the United players didn't have first team experience with United. That was Grant, who we obviously bought in the summer, Fosu-Mensah, Mitchell and Pereira. All 3 of whom were on loan. Mitchell with Hearts, Fosu-Mensah with Aston Villa, I think, or Crystal Palace. No, Crystal Palace, because Tuan Xavier was... I can't remember. I'm rubbish. I'm really rubbish. And Pereira with Valencia in Spain. So now we'll look at the Liverpool first team minutes. 8 have first team experience. Only 2 of them actually under 1,000. But their total is 11,684. Which, if we do it with... And that's without Van Dijk's Southampton minutes, by the way. So if we do the comparison with the original team with Smalling, that's almost 4,000 minutes more than the United team. And if we do it with Bailly instead, that's 5,000 more minutes. So that is quite a huge difference in first team minutes. So now, if we include Van Dijk's minutes with Southampton, it goes up to 12,677. So that is just over 3,000 more than United with Smalling and with Sanchez's Arsenal minutes, and it's almost 5,000 more if we do it for Bailly instead. So as you can see, no matter how I do it, the Liverpool team was a hell of a lot more experienced. A hell of a lot more experienced. And with the Liverpool team, only 3 of them didn't have first team experience. Grabara, Camacho and Fabinho. Grabara and Camacho, youth players. Fabinho, however, will likely be a first team player, but then again, he might not be. So I'm not including his minutes. So the whole debate about who was the more experienced team, it was clearly Liverpool. Liverpool went out with a strong team, a very strong team. So for people to moan about us losing is ridiculous. Because A, it was pre-season. Pre-season only matters for fitness and for players to audition to try and get in the squad. Now, as others have pointed out, it doesn't matter how good of a pre-season you have, you can do crap. Look at last season, we had a great pre-season. And when it came to the actual season, we didn't win a thing. We came second, but we didn't win a thing. A few years ago, we had a great pre-season with Van Gaal, and then we sucked. The whole pre-season thing, the results don't matter at the end of the day. And for people to be going crazy over the results is ridiculous. Because it doesn't matter. It's not until the whistle blows on the opening match of the Premier League that anything matters. Because pre-season is nothing but friendlies. I mean, look at the teams we're putting out. We're putting out a ton of youth players, for Christ's sake. People moaning about this, it's like they need to moan about something. You shouldn't be moaning about pre-season, honestly. Pre-season is just for fun. It's like I said, it's for fitness and it's for people to audition to try and get in, which Pereira is clearly doing because he's doing fantastic. So, to be honest, you shouldn't be moaning because Liverpool had a vastly stronger team with way more minutes played, and it was pre-season. Jose doesn't care about these results. Neither should you. Yes, it's nice to win every game. Yes, it's nice to beat Liverpool. But at the end of the day, it's the matches against Liverpool in the league that matter the most. Not a pre-season match. What is this? Is this a trophy? No, it's not a cup final, which a lot of people are acting like it is. They're reacting the way as though it was a cup final and we got relegated. You know? I mean, Liverpool came out with such a strong team that it was probably like a cup final for them. But for us, it didn't matter. So stop moaning, get on with your lives, and just accept that it's pre-season and pre-season results don't matter, okay? That's the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Watch my previous videos. Comment below about what I've said. Like, subscribe, and have a good day. Bye.